What is the deal? I am DJ Hazmat.
Yeah, and I'm Matty Willz.
And welcome to Matt and Matt Live Halftime. Brought to you by Jack Daniels.
You already know Jack Daniels has always made whiskey, and if they have it their way, they always will. But there's one thing Jack can't make more of: moments.
Those are on us to create. So let's make sure we're making the most of every moment we have. Make it count, Jack Daniels, and please drink responsibly.
Tennessee whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniel Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Jack Daniels and Old Number 7 are registered. And here's a word from our sponsor.
I've always wanted to do that.
Always wanted to do that.
We'll have one of everything. I always wanted to do this.
I always wanted to do that!
Next round on me.
And here we are. Halftime.
Yeah, man.
Ravens up 21-14. Game not quite going the way we want.
It's okay so far. I mean, we within a touchdown, whole half to go. We're at home. It's cold down there. You know, we got to check in with our guy, Ryan Wolf, down at the stadium.
Ryan Wolf, what's good, brother?
Matt, what's going on? You know what the vibes is, man. Monday Night Football, the energy is amazing. Guess what? I ain't going outside. You know why? Because it's too cold. But listen, it's still go Browns, okay? And, well, what can I say? I'm not mad at how we looking. We just got to contain Lamar, whatever his name is. But other than that, man, I'm not upset, okay? All right, let's go. 10-3. That's all I'm saying. You see what's going on. Everybody excited. And I'm chilling. I ain't going outside, man. Back to y'all.
What do you mean you're not going outside? That's what it's all about. Get outside in the elements, Ryan Wolf.
Is he watching the game? That's my question.
Like he's in the bar somewhere. Like you might as well be at home watching the game, Ryan Wolf. It's all good though. I know when I go to the games, I'm out there. It's like
in the elements.
Just got to suit up. You know what I mean? But here we are.
Look at my dude Antoine still checking it. Hey, make sure you drop those comments. Antoine is a Baltimore Ravens fan, by the way, but he said disrespectful. Say his name, Wolf. He talking about how he didn't want to say Lamar Jackson.
Whatever we don't have to say. Well, we don't have to say nothing.
Whatever his name.
This is our show, okay? Antoine, you're a guest here, so just sit over there and relax and leave your comments. All right. Okay.
All right, we got a lot to get to. Yeah,
let's get to it.
For sure. So as you just said, Browns down right now to the Ravens, 21-14. We got a few features to get to. Y'all play along with us. Drop your answers right there along with us in the comments. But we like to start every halftime off with the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I got my notes, man, so I'll give you just a second. I'll go through them real quick. The good for me is Nick Chubb, man. I mean, anytime you get 2 touchdowns in one half, I know he only has 9 carries right now for 44 yards, but 2 touchdowns in one half, I think that's pretty good. The bad, I say, especially in that first quarter, the Browns wide receivers, man, particularly Rashard Higgins, even Jarvis Landry, as you mentioned right before we came on, had the drop or the fumble. Listen, we're not going to be able to fall on the ball every time it gets knocked out of our hands. You know, one of those, if this keeps happening, we're going to start getting some turnovers in there. And then the ugly, I just said, because I know my dude Antoine still is checking in, Lamar Jackson's shoes right now. That boy cannot stay on his feet for anything. I'm not sure what he's doing, but I don't expect him to keep slipping and sliding in the third and fourth quarter. I do plan on I honestly think the Browns are still going to win this game, though, man. But go ahead, man. What you got for the good, the bad, and the ugly?
Oh, my goodness, man. I mean, the good is that we're in it. And we're not getting blown out like the first game. So the game is competitive. And so I'll say kudos to the Browns for looking like, you know, we belong and that we can compete with this team. The bad, like, I'll agree with you. It's like not just on the receivers dropping the ball, but it just seems like the Browns play tight when they play against this Ravens team. For some reason, I've been feeling uneasy all day about this game. And thank you, Antoine. He said he's gonna zip it and just sit back and enjoy the show. Okay. And the ugly is, come on, man. 2 minutes to go. You can't at least salt that away and get down, at least get a field goal. You give the ball back to them and then they score a freaking touchdown. Not to mention they get the ball first in the second half. So that right there is problematic. If the Browns, they seeming like Lamar, he was slipping and sliding, but he still was slipping away from the Browns.
Slip right onto that end zone in the last 2 minutes, like you just said.
A little bit of bad was, I don't know what was going on with Myles Garrett when he had the elbow injury.
And he had to come out for that rest of that series.
And he hasn't necessarily been effective. And so we're going to need him only if we can force them to stop running the ball. Because if they're going to run the ball on us, man, it's going to be a problem. They already have 150 something yards rushing. Let me see what rushing yards do they have right now? Because
the Ravens as a team, they're running all over the damn field right now.
Lamar has 78 rushing yards himself.
By himself, right?
By himself. J.K. Dobbins from Ohio State has 33. Gus Edwards has 19 yards rushing.
The funny stat to me is Lamar has 3 completions. He has 3 completions, and we're losing by a touchdown, man.
He's 3 for 6 for 53 yards. See, so the key is to get Lamar throwing the ball.
We
can't do that if we don't get a lead on them. So,
or at least stop the run sometimes. You got to stop the run at least sometimes. We had one series, I think we forced them 3 and out. We appreciate everybody dropping those comments. Tamika says the D is suspect. Period. Yeah, that's facts. Yanni checks in. Lamar got on skates. Yeah, he was looking crazy. John, who rides with us every single game, I also think that the Browns will win this game for some reason, man. But as you just pointed out, man, Ravens getting the ball back to kick off the third quarter. That does not bode well. Let's get to the standout performer of half number 1. I don't know how you can really talk about anybody on the Brown side of the ball except for Nick Chubb. I mentioned the 2 touchdowns he had earlier. Baker just. I don't want to hate on him, but maybe we're asking him to do too much. I know you talked about, and you can go ahead about why we may not be running the ball more, but I don't know, man. I would like to lean on Chubb more in the second half.
Well, Nick Chubb is 9 carries for 45 yards and 2 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, I'm not going to pin this on because Baker Mayfield has been on point with his passes, maybe a couple off-target throws, but that's because he was relying, like the one pass to Jarvis Landry, he was relying on him to beat that matchup. He should have threw that back shoulder pass to him in that situation instead of trying to throw it over the top like he's a speedy receiver. We don't have speedy receivers. They're not getting separation.
Oh, no, we do. He's hurt. Odell Beckham Jr. For everybody that said they don't miss Odell. Yeah, you miss Odell tonight. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there, big dog. But go ahead, man.
Well, what I'm saying is stay true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? We are missing Austin Hooper tonight, our starting tight end, and it's showing. You know, I thought that Njoku was had a few good plays there, and then they want to put the rookie in instead of him.
Yeah,
maybe he's a better blocker than Njoku. I don't know, but I think I'd like to see Njoku involved a little bit more when you're going for those passes, because the rookie is not showing up. Harrison Bryant is not showing up in these times. I'm not really going. You know, Baker is 12 for 23.
It's not good, bro. It's not good.
It's a little over, a little less than 50%. It's not good. But you know, receivers were dropping the ball.
Yeah, but you're right. It's not all on Baker because the receivers have looked pretty bad. Yeah, for sure.
So Baker hasn't looked horrible.
Right.
He's looking better than Lamar. He has 133 yards passing. As far as a quarterback stat, he's out throwing Lamar. But Lamar doesn't throw the ball; he just runs. So that's the whole thing. Lamar Jackson is their whole team. So we got to contain him. Like they said, we have to contain him. And I don't agree with them saying our defense is suspect. We have a game plan. Nobody's open. Lamar drops back to pass. Nobody's open. But then it's up to us to be able to get a hold of him. And that's a
whoever else gets the ball handed off to him. We're not stopping the running attack for the Baltimore Ravens right now is working. They're doing this run option like every single play, it seems like, and they're getting a lot of yards. So
what are
the D is suspect in that case.
What are the keys to the second half,
in
your opinion? First, I'll say that Kevin Moss says Stefanski will make halftime adjustments. I want to know, what is he saying to the team when you go in and you just let them score again? That's deflating going into halftime. So he better be able to say something to them to get them motivated to come back out here, and especially on defense, and get a stop. We can't let them come out here and score on their first drive out. But you go ahead with the keys, your keys to the second half.
Mine is simple, man, and it's going to sound like a broken record because we talk about it every week. I know I usually say it, but just run the ball, man. Just run the ball in the third quarter, because one of the things that I think that we get away from when we get past happy is that we get away from the thing that makes Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt great, especially late in games, is those body blows that we talked about in previous games, when you just keep running, and all of a sudden the defense is tired, and now you can just run all over the place. Right now, I mean, we not really punching them in the gut with the body blows. So I just like to see more runs. But Kareem Hunt has 1 carry in the first half. I would like to see him more involved in the second half.
Okay. Well, I give props to Corey Brooks, who's quoting a lot of my rhymes from my Here We Go Brownie song.
Oh, is he?
He's like, Jarvis gonna bless him with the juice. That's a line from the song. He said, Njoku big and fast, who they gonna put on him? That's a line from the song. So shout out to you, Corey, for checking out the Brown song. I'm gonna have to remix that because some of the players I mentioned in there aren't on the team anymore. So be looking out for the remix to that. So and Tim Hall, gotta shout out Tim Hall family. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need Garrett in the second half.
He's disagreeing with me because I hate on Baker all the time. So we'll shout him out, but let's get that comment. Let's keep that moving.
Well, like I said, I don't think Baker has been the issue. I think he got a little jittery there on a couple plays there, and when he got that intentional grounding. So it's just like, come on, y'all, calm down.
Right.
Calm down. I know you playing the Ravens. I know this is a tense game. I know it's Monday night, and here we are on the precipice of 10 wins, and we haven't been here before, but you got to calm down. My key to the second half is Kevin Stefanski, get back into your smart play calling habits and just call a great second half. That's the key to the game. I don't know if it's about running. I got to give credit to the Baltimore defense. They've shut down our big run plays because we run a zone scheme where they got everybody flowing one way, and then Chubb will cut back. They're there on the cutback. They've obviously studied the film, and they came and played defense on that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, yes, we need to do better at running the ball. Maybe some different way to attack their line of scrimmage other than doing the zone runs where you thought, and you never know, those runs he might break one, but maybe they need to pull a guard and come around the outside and have him run around the outside. If they're clogging up the middle, maybe we need to run them around the outside. I just think the running game does need to be effective, but we need to try and run at them a different way. But just don't get too carried away thinking things aren't working. We're only down a touchdown, but the defense does need to come out here big time in the second half and get a stop immediately. We cannot let them come down the field and score on this opening drive. Because
you already know, and that third quarter is starting right now. So make sure y'all come hang out with us as soon as the game is over. Post-game at Matt Live right here, exact same place. We will see you after the game.
I'm Matt. I'm DJ Hazmat.
I'm Matt too. I'm Matty Willz.
It's Matt Live. We'll see you after the game.